All right, last week I talked to you a little bit about how to stick to your wedding budget. And this week I'm going to tell you the number one thing people feel like they overspent on at their wedding. And I fear that all the vendors who supply this will be mad. That's okay. Just telling the truth. This is from research from my own personal couples and just general internet research. The number one thing people feel like they spent too much money on is flowers. Flowers cost a lot of money and then they die and they don't last. There are so many other alternatives that you can do rather than buying really expensive flowers. You can get fabric flowers, you can do fake flowers, you can do cloth, you can do newspaper, and you don't even have to do flowers. I have literally seen a wedding where people have stopped on the side of the road and picked the wildflowers off the side of the road, and those were the bouquets that the bridesmaids and the bride walked down the aisle with, and they had a little ribbon and they tied them up, and that's what they did. So they had a $0 wedding, a flower budget. Previous bride of mine said that they wish that they didn't hire a florist, but they wish that they had hired a decorator instead. Because there are a lot of different ways that you can decorate that are not just with flowers. You can use books, candles, fabric, glass, a lot of different ideas that you can do. So hire a decorator, somebody that can fit into your budget, and you don't have to spend a fortune on flowers. I personally saw a photographer, her name is Tess. I will link her in the comments below. When she got married, she had $0 budgeted for her flowers, and she has talked extensively on her Instagram about what they did instead. So check out her Instagram, how she used fabric, and it actually turned out really, really beautiful. So it's another example of how you don't need to spend thousands of dollars on florals if that's not that important to you. What about you? What's the number one thing that you felt like you spent too much money on, and if you were to go back and do it again, you would have spent less? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks. See you next week.